everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. Today we're going to be working some more on my cute country junk journal. Now come in and say hi, let me know you're here. We are currently live on Facebook if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching a replay either here or over on YouTube. So let me get you guys pulled up so I can see chat and do a sound check. Let's see. There it is. Make sure you guys can hear me. Yep. Looks good. All right, so today we're going to do a little repurposing junk thing. And I'm going to be using one of these. It's just a little plastic snack bag. So that's what I'm using. Hey, Dawn. All right, thanks for letting me know the sound is good, Dawn. I appreciate that. All right, looks like we got people on. Sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera up top so we can get started. All right, 1 second. All right. So the main thing I want to do is the little repurpose thing, and then if I have time, I'll get to some other things. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. All right, bear with me. I'm going to go grab it real quick. I'll be right back. So I forgot to grab my little charms I made. So I gotta pull them off and make a charm out of them. So we'll try to get to that too. And let's see. Okay, I think I marked it. Yeah. And then we're gonna add the charms to these little things we did last week. Well, was it last week? It was a Wednesday, wasn't it? Wednesday. All right, so this page is the one I want. I don't know. Oh, and possibly this page. I got some pig stuff just kind of thrown in here. I don't really have a plan for it, but I'll figure out something. But I want to do this one. It's the recycled one. Be jumping all over the place. All right. So for this project, I wanted to use this package. So I bought these the other day at Target, and I was like, they were actually pretty good. They're for kids, but I don't care. I eat them anyway, because you know, I'm just a big kid at heart. But anyway, so what I did is I took the package, and I was going to throw it through my sewing machine, but I didn't want to take it apart, and it wouldn't fit over my arm. You know how I've got one of those arm things? It was too small. So I just hand sewed it. I could have glued it or whatever with some double stick tape, but I wanted to sew it. So I did that off camera. I just used some embroidery floss to do it with. So I just, you know, took some embroidery floss and a needle wherever it's hiding in here. And it's probably on that red, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I just took that and I just did a very simple straight stitch on there all the way around. You can kind of see it. I just thought it gave a nice look, and that just will keep it tucked in there. And yes, I did wash this with soap and water and let it dry. So that's going to be our little pocket. And then I tried to find something to make, and I decided to make a tree. So I found some, this is in that 6x6 set that I have. And I've already got, it gives you two, so I already have one of these. I don't need to worry about using that. But I wanted this green. And then I found the wood on the back of this one. So that's some wood. And then I made a pattern. So I just took some paper and played around until I could get a pattern that was similar to these trees over here on this side. And what I'm going to do is make a little apple tree. And then I've got a couple of cards picked out. So there's a little apple one, and then I just found this one that had similar colors. I didn't have any other apple ones, so there's that. And then I found this little red that I thought I might use for trim or something. So the first thing I need to do is make my tree. So like I said, I went ahead and did the pattern because I didn't want to try to do it on camera because, you know, I'm trying to figure it out and all that. But it's going to go like this. And it's going to go on the side of the page so that we can have the pocket kind of off to the side. So that's the plan. That's why this side's kind of chopped off. So I just need to lay that on here and trace it and cut it out. Let's see if I can zoom just a fraction. Going out of screen. Alright, so first thing I'm going to cut this out. Stick it to the edge there. There. And try to hold it in place while I trace it. It doesn't have to be. Will this even show up? Huh. Yeah. I don't think a pencil is going to show up better, so I'm just going to use this. I think there's... I need to like rub it on some sandpaper or something. Hold on. The edge is like kind of weird. I think I was marking my roads with it on the train set, and it's got like black plaster on it. Need to run it through the sharpener. Alright, so we're just going to trace this little tree so I can cut it out. I don't want to tape it on here just in case it sticks. It's a very, very basic shape. Nothing difficult. I can't tell if it's even showing at all. It is. It's just super light. Thought about cutting it out, you know, ahead of time, but I want you guys gotta watch me do some of it. Do too much ahead of time, and it's no fun. I'm just gonna cut inside this line, assuming I can see it. Can you see it? Kind of, sort of. That one there's a little iffy. I don't know why it doesn't want to write on that. Who knows? Alright, and then the green is for the tree. And I just cut a basic circle shape. I'll try not to waste too much of it, in case I want to use it for something. What's on the other side? Let me see if I can go in the direction of the words, just in case. What do I like best? There are some borders. I'll go on this side. Hey, Angela. Okay, very basic tree shape. And we're just going to fussy cut it out. It's just a tree, so, you know, it does not have to be perfect. when you're fussy cutting, it's easier to turn your paper than it is to turn your scissors. So, in case you don't fussy cut much, that is typically how it's done. So it's not too time consuming. Trees, the general rule is just make sure that it gets smaller in size on the branches and trunks as it gets to the top. So it will always be bigger on the bottom. Okay, there's our basic tree. And little tree shape. I didn't do a lot of curves on this. Curve it just a little more maybe, but I was trying to keep it pretty round. Okay, it's kind of odd there. Better. All right, so very basic tree. And let's see if I have anything else I want to add, but I think that will be enough. So this is going to go like this and like this. And then I have some apples. Where is that? It is somewhere. There it is. So in the, I think it was the Down on the Farm one, not 100% sure, there were some little apples cutouts. There's one green one, but I'm going to leave that. And do I have any like bushes or anything I could put at the bottom? Cloud. I don't know. I'll look in the other stuff and see if there's anything that looks fun. I don't think I see anything there. All right, so we got our apples. Keep this out. I might use it. I don't know. And let's see if there's anything else. I don't think there's like any bushes, but there might be. Not that I have a lot of room left. So this is going to go just kind of off to the side, to the right, so the tree still shows. So try to put like that. And then the apples will go on the tree somewhere, wherever I decide to stick them. They're kind of big, but that's all right. It's only like one small one. So they'll go on there. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't really have a lot of room. Unless there's, I don't think there's anything for the sky. I only have like one or two suns. Not that I couldn't make a sun, but, or even just draw one on there. Yeah, not really. Nothing there. And there's nothing in that one. This one has the lawn stuff. Sooner or later I'm going to do something. I'm thinking about trying to do a pop-up with this. I gotta work it out. But I thought that would be fun. So that is the thought process on that. I don't see anything else. Nah, there's nothing that's really going to fit. So, I thought I saw the wheelbarrow. It's got flowers, okay. Alright, so let's just leave it at that, I think. And I don't think I had any better cards. The only other choice would be this card, really. So right now I've got this one apple one, which is perfect. I think I'm gonna back it. I got a little, yeah, I got room. I don't think I had anything else. No. I think I'll just do those two. All right, so let's figure out what can we back that on. Should I do red? Something that'll look good. It's got that line up there. I didn't cut it very well. Just get that off of there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a light from whatever was next to it. It's a little crooked. Get it straight. It's even got lines to follow, and I can't cut it straight. All right, that's better. Let's see. I've got red. I've got green. Red. Red looks pretty good. I think I like red. Alright, do you have any small pieces of red? I don't see any sitting here. Oh wait, there might be one. There's one. Same color? Yep, okay. Oh, waste a whole big one. Alright, so trim this down. Just got to make sure that it's not bigger than the pocket, so I could probably go about 1/4 of an inch. About there. There. Alright, let's trim that. Trimmer, where are you hiding? I buried you. Why did I bury you? Huh, that didn't cut very good. It's getting this trimmer. It gets stuff built up in here, and it won't cut right. So I know this blade is fairly new. Should not be the blade. It's probably the skunk. It's like paper dust in there. I think I just blew something off. I think it was the cloud. I just blew that cloud off. Better? No? Well, interesting. Maybe the blade's dull already. Maybe I'm cutting more than I think I am. Who knows? I wonder if I can clean that up. Do sandpaper. Let's see if that'll work. It's kind of just a little bit of a weird edge there with the cutter not working right. All right, there. Oh, I think I blew my tag away too, didn't I? Did I? See the cloud? What else did I blow away? Tag over here? You blew it away, didn't you? On the floor? Maybe it's on the floor. I don't see it on the floor. All right, I don't know what to do with it. I set it somewhere. Is that it? I think I found it. Okay. That thing. Alright. Then we're going to cut out this little tag. Actually. Okay. And hole punch it. And glue this down. hopefully everybody's having a good day. I've had a lazy day. Got up way too late, rushed to the grocery store, rushed home to do this. It's like not my original plan to be rushing around like crazy. All right, there. That's good. And they can be written on with like a gel pen or something. Make sure it fits. Yep. Okay. Let's glue all this down. I may add like grass or something at the bottom. We'll see. Not much of it shows, so it's not a huge deal. Just gotta figure out where this goes exactly. You know, I might take this off because it's all the stuff underneath gets in my way and I can't figure it out. All right, you go there. Okay, so we've got our line. All right. So this will go, I think, about here. Just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay a little bit away from the middle there. About there. All right, let's mark it. I'm just going to mark the edge, and the bottom, and the top. And the tree I'll be able to figure out, I think, but I'll go ahead and throw a little mark there. Okay, put this down. So I'm glad I found some junk to use in my junk journal with quotation marks, because it's not been real junky so far. I try to keep a little bit in it, you know, maintaining with the idea of a junk journal. What do you think about this idea? Y'all like it so far? Oh, that'd be cute. I like to put things together. You know? It's just a little more interesting. Gives it a little more texture, quality. Kind of 3D-ish. Decide how I'm going to attach my bag. I think I'm going to probably use double stick tape. Mylar bags can be a little tricky. All right, let's see if we can get this on here correctly. See if I get the bottom one there. Make sure my tree is somewhat straight. Did I get enough on there? Maybe. Couldn't tell if it was sticking. Okay, awesome. So there's my little tree. Isn't it cute? And it looks very similar to these trees. So it matches well. Apples are so big. I thought about fussy cutting them, but it would just be so time consuming. So I'm just not going to bother. They're just going to be really big apples. I don't know. I should fussy cut them, but yeah. Attempt to kind of sort of hang them off. I don't know where I'm going to put that little one. I should put this one. No, let's put this one up here maybe. I don't know, it feels weird there. Oh, it's got to go on that side somewhere. Let's move this one out. Maybe there. The little one down here? Or maybe the little one there. I don't know. Put this one here. Put this one out here. Try not to cover up the branches. I guess it matters. Something like that. That one's going to be really close to the center. It's hard when they're so big. I can't decide if I like it that way. Maybe. It'd be so much better if they were a little bit smaller, but they're not, so we're just going to have to deal with it. It is what it is, right? Got to work with what I have. Where's my rag? Oh, my finger. I love summer, but man, it gets so hot in this house. Guess I'll just put it in the middle there. I don't want it too close to the signature middle. So I'll just put it here. It'll be fine. Alright, there's that. And then figure out where to attach this guy. I think I'm going to use double stick tape. I think it'll hold all right. I may throw some glue on there too, but I think the double stick tape should work okay. So these apples, they're actually really good. They don't have anything in them except apple. There's like no sulfites or anything like that, which I really like because sulfites tend to give me migraines. So I was excited to find them. I'd never tried them before. I don't know if they're new. They're new to my store. I like finding new things. So I'm going to try to stick it over this a little bit. I want it to hopefully close down on the, you know, the back so the tag can go in easily. Not too far over. Get it off my finger. Put one in the middle for, I don't know, once I have it on the sides, it's probably not necessary. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. It's probably not, but I'll throw one. I'll stick one anyway, kind of across it. There. All right. So let's peel these off and stick it. I don't know if I want glue or not. I can't decide. This is pretty sticky. It doesn't need glue. And I'll say the glue, when you put glue on Mylar, it'll stick for a while, but then if it pulls at all, it'll just pull it loose. So it really doesn't do much. So I'm probably just going to leave it off. All right, let's see if I can get this where it goes, because I only get one shot at it. Because once it sticks, it sticks. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to try to get near the bottom and this right edge. It's not super bulky. It's a tiny bit bulky. It's not too bad. You know, the thread is a tiny bit bulky. But isn't it cute? It's like, who would have thought I would have found something that looked kind of cute farmish while I was at the grocery store? Who would have thunk? Not me. All right, there's our little card. Cute, cute, cute. And a little yayo. We'll put a string in that. I don't think I have anything else. I like a little sun, but I don't have one, so it's fine. I don't know if I have any words. I don't need any words. I thought about putting this on the bottom, but I don't think it needs it. Yeah, I don't really think it needs it. I think I'm just going to leave it off. All right, and then I'll just throw a little bit of grass here. It's probably not necessary. You know, it's me overthinking it, but what do we got? Something greenish. Let's go with this one. These were like a free gift thing or something. It was like a gift with purchase, I think, with my last order from SCRAPBOOK.com. I'm pretty sure that's where I got them. Let's see, we'll just throw a little bit of grass down here, just for looks. Just kind of finish it off. Piece of string. Cute. I like it. Do y'all like it? I like it. String. Where's my string? I had string sitting here somewhere. Where did you set it? I could just use that embroidery floss. That'll work. A little piece of this. It'll probably like unravel, but that's all right. We'll tie a knot or something. We'll just tie a knot at the end. Not too long. About there. Little tag. Can go in the front or the back. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Cute. I think it's cute. This was like the perfect card. I wasn't sure I would have something, and it was perfect. It was like, great. Awesome. Okie doke. Next project. Let's go ahead and do the charms since I got them sitting there. So we did these little doily things with the little charm spot. So I made some charms. I did take some pictures while I was doing it, and I'm going to post that with the basic instructions. I didn't video it because it's just, I don't know. It's really not a lot to it to video. But anyway, so they've been sitting here drying. I think they're dry. Well, I know they're dry, but they are probably stuck. So I have to decide what I want to put on there. So for that one, maybe a heart. Green heart, yellow heart. I don't know, maybe one of the hearts. So these are just candy packages that I use. And I use them when I make my charms with just little pins. These are little stick pins. And I just cut out the thing. You have to have two, so you have to have double-sided. But I cut them out. So I fussy cut them, you know, like this. And then I glue them back to back so that there's a double side. And ink the edges, because there's almost always going to be a wide edge or something. So ink the edges, and then I put little holes in them with the, I use the crocodile, the smaller one. Sometimes there's little bits of the glossy accents that doesn't lay flat. So you might have to go in and just nip it off. But then you take the glossy accents, which is a Ranger Tim Holtz. Is it Ranger? Yeah, it's Ranger. Oh, this is collage medium. Where's my glossy accents? Okay, you moved it. There it is. All right, I found it. What is it? Is it Ranger? It's still Ranger. Okay, glossy accents is what I used. You could also use something else that's a dimensional type thing like that. Possibly diamond glaze or something. I don't know. But I always use that. It works really well. And I like the finish I get. So sometimes your pins stick. You have to twist them. Get them off of there. I tried using a smaller hole. The problem with using the smaller holes is typically the glossy accents will fill in some of the holes. So if you go too small, it doesn't really work. So that the small size crocodile hole seems to be just right to get these in there. This one's got another little tag. So I always just kind of trim off anything that's outside the edge or feels kind of sharp. It doesn't do it a lot, but it does sometimes. So anyway, and then you coat one side and just making sure that you try to get the air bubbles out and try to get it all the way to the edge on your items, and then let it dry. It usually takes about 3 to 4 hours. Let it dry completely, flip it over, do the same thing again. And this works really well because it sits and the edges aren't touching anything. Because you don't want it to be on something flat because it's just going to stick to it and it'll be a mess. So having something that's raised like this is ideal because then it doesn't stick. See, this one I actually put some foam in. I put little pieces of foam in there because there just wasn't enough to grab hold of the pins. So I just stuck some pieces of foam in there. But see how it's got the little bump where the candy was? Let's see if you can see it. So whatever I'm putting over it, the edges aren't touching. So the glue or whatever it is, resin, just floats off the edge and it works really well. Now they probably sell something like this, you know, maybe it's got little pointy things sticking up. I don't know. I've never found one or looked for one really because I just repurpose my candy packages. And it works fine. I don't have any issues with it. You know, they turn out very nice. You know, sometimes you get a little bit of a tiny little edge, but that cuts off real easy. Yeah, sometimes you get an air bubble, but they're real pretty. I mean, look at the shine. They're real pretty. So you can make your own charms out of pretty much anything. You can use you know, a digi print from some digital you purchased or whatever. And this is the way I make charms to match something when I can't find, you know, a charm to just purchase. Or I would rather do it this way. It doesn't take that long to do. You know, overall the actual work time is, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. And the dry time is longer, but. So I made a whole bunch of them. I don't need this many, but I'm just going to add it to whatever. I'll throw some on the charm dangle when I make that. So that's why I have extra. Are they cute? They're so cute. So I'll have to figure out which ones I want to put on these. I'm thinking maybe this one of the hearts. I can put two. I won't have to put one. I could put one of the little faces, but just maybe a heart. I think the green. Maybe the green, maybe the orange. Probably for that one. And I can figure out what I'm going to attach it with. I could just use string, or I could use like that silver thing I showed you guys last time. I'm not sure. I have more of them. I just don't know where they are. I'll have to see if I can find them real quick. I meant to grab them, but of course I forgot. Somebody's shooting off fireworks. They do that all the time. I'm out in the boonies, kind of sort of out in the boonies, but still close to populous, you know, the suburbs, I guess. But we still have farms around us, so it's not, you know, city. All right, so there's that. And they shoot off fireworks all the time. They don't need a reason. Oh, let's see. Where are those little silver things? Joy findings, maybe. Maybe. Could be in there. I have too many containers of joy findings. I know I saw one. So I know there's one in this one. Probably just use it, but let's see if they're in here. Are they in here? There's some silver rings. What else do you got? Oh, here's a few. Oh, there. These guys. I like these. Because I can just kind of loop them around. But if you don't find those, you could use chain. You could use one of these little hook things. I think they'll go through the hole. Or you could just use chain if you have any by itself. But some sort of a hook and some sort of a string or something. Oh, I need to get some chain or something. All right, put that back in there. So I think I'm gonna go with. Let me see. I'm curious if this will even fit through the hole. It does fit through the hole. So you could do that. Although this might be a little thick for a journal. Is it a little thick? So we'll say no. This is still a little thick because it's got the little base on there. That one doesn't have one. It's missing it. All right, this one has one. So we'll just use this one. I like it because you can just kind of clip it. I think it'll clip to it. We'll find out. If not, I'll add a jump ring. So like that, and then I think it'll just clip. Yeah, it'll just clip. Okay. Cute. I think one's probably enough. I'll just do one. And then let's see if I have one more. I think I had one in here. There's one in here. Yeah, there's one. Okay. I have a package of these somewhere. At least I did. I don't think I've used them. Of course, there's no telling. I got it a really long time ago. Oh, here's another one. I might use this one. This one's got something on it. It kind of feels like glue. Alright, so we'll get that one for that one. Cute. And it's just going to dangle off the edge when it's in the journal. Alright, and then let's find the other one. Alright, this one. And this one is red. And it's got a chicken. I could just do this red plaid, I think. One's got dots, one's got checkers. I think I like this one. Let's do that one. I don't think there's a chicken. There's cows, horses, pigs. Yeah, no chicken faces. Like I said, I'm going to use most of these on the dangle when I make the dangle. And then if I need a, one for inside, you can, I can throw one inside, but for this, I think I'm just going to use this guy. My fingers are not cooperating. Get in there. All right, lay down flat. Thank you. Okay, so there. So we have a little dangle for this one, and it's just got that. Okay, cute. It's cute. So those are our little charm dangly things. I'll have to find a box for these. Do I have one handy? Probably not. Nope. Oh wait, you know where I'll put them? I'll put them in here. Maybe I won't lose them. I'll just set them in one of these. Now let's move this chicken over here. Move them there. Where's my tweezers? I had them a second ago. Oh, they're there. Come here, chickie. Alright, there's all my charms. Okay. So that is the charms. And then the last thing I should have plenty of time for is the one with the pigs. Is it this one or is it one of the others? I think it was one of the others. This one? Yes, okay. So this I gotta figure out. So I had lots of little things with pigs. Stickers and this. A little card. A little oink thingy. Got some fabric. I got it at Hobby Lobby a couple years back. And had this, I thought I might make just a little writing space for underneath. There is pink in this. It's hard to see, but there is pink. It's kind of a crazy paper. But I think I'm going to make just a flippy thingy. And then something over here. So I need to tear this so it fits. This side's already tore pretty good, so I'll probably just use that side. I'm going to make a flippy. I think I'll try to make it the same length as this. So let's try tearing it about here. Where's my chalk pencil? About there. I prefer to tear it from the other side. Yeah, I'm going to tear from the other side because I want that edge to be not cut, if you know what I mean. if you've ever done this, you cut into it a little bit, so there's always a part that's not quite right. Let's tear that down. Now our bottom edge should be good. Okay, so that'll be our bottom edge. It's a little wrinkly, but if I need to straighten it, I can always just throw water on it. It'll flatten right out. It dries really fast. Let's see if I can move this over. Figure out my length. Like I said, I'm just going to put this at the top, I think. So, probably about here. Okay. So we got our little flippy floppy fabric. Let me just get this wrinkle out real quick. Okay, now that's wet. There's a little bit of a wrinkle there. So I'm just going to hit this with the blow dryer for a second. It'll dry in the air really quick, like minutes. Actually, it almost feels dry, but I'll hit it with the blow dryer just a little bit, just to make sure. And do it off camera because it's going to fly. Okay, and just like that, it's nice and straight. All right, so this I'm going to put as a flippy flap thing over that. All right, so like that. So I'm going to glue this down. It's like about 1.5 inches from the top. This was from, is it Amazon? I get those flyers every Christmas with all the toys and things, and they always have these little, I don't know, puzzles and stuff. This was in one of those. I cut it out, excuse me, I cut it out because I thought it'd be cool to add somewhere, so I'm finally using it. I've had it for a while. Alright, and we're going to glue this down with some Fabri-Tac, I think. Fabri-Tac. Trying to see about where it hits. Oh, let me mark the edges because, you know, I'm never, it's about 1/4 inch. I probably don't need to mark it, but I'll do just a little tiny bit of a mark. Of course, I can't see that one. Come on. Don't need a ton. this on the top. I don't absolutely have to use Fabri-Tac. I could use art glitter, but I already have it out, so just go ahead and use this. It's a little bit crooked. Why are you being that way? Can you lift it? Not want to go on there straight. A little bit better. Okay, so there's that. Can't get underneath it. Alright, so we got a little flippy floppy thing, the hidden journaling spot. We need something for a pocket over here. And then figure out where I'm going to put the piggies, probably on the pockets. Maybe, I don't know, what color should I use? I thought about putting this. Come out. They're very see-through. You have to think about what color you want them on. They would look best on white. They're not going to show there. Might show here good. Thought about putting this one here or this one. I think I like this one better. I'm gonna see, maybe if I use white, this will show up okay on the pocket. So I think I'll put this one here. Make sure it's still covered. Yeah. Okay. This little guy there. No, I don't want that. I want the art glitter. Debating if I want to cover up that or this. I think I'm going to cover up this, as I like this little swirly thing. So I'll put it on this side. There, it might not cover. Okay, good. And then, let's see. Maybe just white. Let me see what I have. Color-wise. It has to be light enough that the pig will show up right. I know I have some really light pink. Let's see if I have that. Just gotta see where it is. I'll figure it out. Alright, let's see. Technically pink too, it's just not real pink. It's a very light pink. Looks better on that though, doesn't it? So either that really light pink or just white. bit of white would be like this. May still use that somewhere. So there's that. He does look better on white, for sure. What do you think? Is the white too plain? He doesn't look bad on this one. But he does look better on white, for sure. Maybe I'll just go with the white. I could always just, maybe I'll put an edge on it or something, make it more interesting. Maybe a little edge of this fabric or something. Alright, so we got those two. I'll have to figure out what to do with that exactly. I don't want this to be too deep. I'd ideally like it to show. I might back it with something. I can make it this tall. It'll be a really short pocket. I don't know. Maybe he'll just be hidden a little. Maybe I'll back that with that other pink. I had that other one too. Where'd it go? Slightly darker. Not much. Where is it at? Get a hold of it. It's hard to hold on to. Maybe that one. I'm kind of liking this one better. I don't know why. Hard to say. Alright, we'll make a white pocket and we'll do that. So I'm going to cut this out. Back this. I'm going to back it fairly large. So how large can I get it and not be too big? Maybe about there. Go about ½ an inch or so on each side. Oh, can't see that. Try now. And about there. Cut that out. Oh, this cutter that's... Should I change the blade and see if that's the problem? I guess I could. But it's still a little bit dirty in there. It's hard to get out. But it does start just doing that more once it gets dull. Where's that? I'm just going to cut a little piece of this. Where's the marks? Okay. I'm going to cut bigger. Just see how it's cutting. Better? It's not terrible. We'll see. Maybe it's just a goop in there. Alright. So I feel like I just changed this blade. Does not seem like it's been that long. Alright, so this white pocket will go about, I don't know, not too tall, but not too short either. I'd like the little piggy to stick out just a fraction. So maybe about here. All right. Pocket. See if that it did it again. It's got to be the blade. That's fine. We'll just flip it around. Pencil mark off. Any others? All right. So this sticker. Do I want this side or this side? I think looking in. It's probably that, like that. I'm not going to stick it just yet until I figure out exactly. So I'm just going to cut it out. And I wish I had a saying that said when pigs fly or something. That would be cute. We'll do this one. Let's see if we can glue this down. You can find the center. All right, somewhere around there. Try to get it kind of sort of in the center. Where's my pencil? Tiny dot, tiny dot. You guys are quiet. I figure out what I'm going to do this week. Hubby went out of town for some work. And, of course, on Father's Day weekend. And now I got me and the daughter to figure out what to do with. Thinking about trying a little cute cafe. Maybe. Okay, erase cleanly. That would be nice. And you're not gonna, are you? Really? Really? Wine? Oh, where's my other eraser? Let's see if I can get this one to work. Probably a glue there. Just does not want to. Doesn't want to come off completely. For whatever reason. That's why I use the chalk pencils instead of regular pencils. I always have issues with the regular ones. Because this one is just not cooperating. Oh well. It is what it is. Is it crooked? It looks a little crooked, but I can't tell for sure. Maybe I'll round the corners. Rounder, where you at? Okay. Sorry you're late. Good evening. Hey, Deborah. This might go here. Debating if I want a piece of this or if I want, it's really going to drive me crazy. I don't think I have any ribbon or something. Y'all can't see it, but I can see it, and it's annoying. I don't like little flaws. They will annoy me. to no end. So I'm going to try to find something to stick over it. If I can find something that will match okay. And logically, I should have something. But, you know, let's see, I had some rickrack. Not ideal. Where's my pink? Mixed color, mixed neutrals. Sparkly. I don't know how much of it I have. It's cute though. I have no idea how well it would glue down. Guess I made a ribbon out of it at one point. It may or may not glue, and I don't seem to have a lot of it. This one is kind of on the fuchsia side. Do you have any more of that? I don't know if it'll glue down. It's kind of weird. I guess Fabri-Tex should hold it. Let's try that. I'm just going to hide that little flaw. Get my string. Put you back where you went. I guess I'll never find you if I don't. I have a whole thing of reds and pinks too. But I kind of like the sparkly one. It's cute, right? If I have enough. I think I have enough. Do the width. Try to. So you win that size, win that size. Let's do it from this. It's got like little sparkly. I think I got this at Dollar Tree, if I remember correctly. There's probably a front and a back. Yeah, I think that's the front. Now I don't remember which piece it was. Was it this one? Yeah. Yeah, that looks like the front. This one. I think I'll glue those two and then cut these after I glue these two. And I gotta decide what to do here. I could just use it. Have extra of that, I might use that to kind of match it up. Fabri-Tex, I think. I probably should glue it on here. So I'm just going to try to stay close to the outside. Really hard to tell if there's a front and a back. I think there is, but it's hard to tell. I can't tell. It's probably going to fray like crazy. I could have melted it, but honestly, I figure once I get it glued, it'll be fine. Glue, are you even coming out? I can't tell. I think you're coming out. It may or may not cause issues getting it into the pocket. Sometimes it does. They're very similar. If they're different at all, I can't tell. Does that look about the right height? It's close. Come on, glue. Pieces. I guess that's my stomach. I keep hearing gurgling. I think it's me. I don't know why. Guess I'm hungry. Is a little uneven. Thought it was. Not much. Just a fraction. I can trim it. Just a teeny tiny bit. There. I like the ribbon. I think it adds something. Covered up a flaw and added something. Just can't tell. It's going through just a little tiny bit. Make sure I get it all dry first. Doesn't stick nowhere. It's not supposed to. Okay. Alright, there's our little card. That's cute. I like it. Pretty little sparkles. Okay, so this is going to go here. The question is what to put on it to make it blend better. So I could either use more of that ribbon, or I could, I don't think I have a trim. Let's see if I have a trim. I might have a trim. I'm looking at all the trims from this kit. Let's see if there's a trim. There's a more oink oink. Lots of that. Put more oink oink. Good. Or what else? Anything else? Some stickers. Little piggies in the mud. Sorry, it's a lot to dig through. Nothing on here, I don't think. There's no pink. Oh, we do have piggy and oink. Might use that on the card. Alright, I might do that. What else? Should I just use the oink oink one? Or try to find something better? I have pink ribbon too. I can dig into if I need to. No. Don't have any more words. I have this pink heart. So oink oink, just pink hearts. I'm gonna cut it out, see what it looks like. If I use it, I'll probably use it this with anyway. So this or this. This little pig's got to fit, so I think he'll fit better. Yeah, he'll fit better with that. Let's just use that. So let me trim it a little bit more. Here. Okay, we'll do that. And I have a little thing that says oink. I'll probably put that there. Wondering if I should put anything on this card. Does it need inked or anything? I have some Kitsch Flamingo. I don't know what it would look like. I haven't been inking because honestly it just hasn't really needed anything. But I do have some Kitsch Flamingo. Let's see. I'm just going to do it on a scrap. If I can find my scrap that I just pulled off of there. Girl, you know you just laid it over here somewhere. Where is it? There. Okay. Actually, I like it. Okay. We're going to ink it. I wasn't going to, but I am. I don't know if it'll show at the top. It might show a little because I am going to drop it down a little. Not too much, but a little. We're going to ink this just to give this card a little more life since it's just plain white. Glue this in place first, probably. Alright, so hold where I don't want glue. Get this pen back in here. Put this down. Glue all over me. Did I mark it? I have no idea if I'm exact or not, so we're going to hope it is. Just below that edge. Okay. Cool, my fingers. Alright, Piggy. Piggy. Ah, don't stick. Ah, scared me. He's pretty sticky, so I didn't want him to touch. this like color to them. It's almost stained glass looking. All right, there. Now, to decide about this one, I may just have it fly. I don't know. What else? Oink. We had that Oink sticker. Should the Oink sticker go here? Should the Oink sticker go here? What do you think? Up on the top, pig that's leaping or whatever, or on the bottom, pig on the card? What do you think? Anybody gonna reply? Let me see if anybody says anything. I'll give you all a second because it takes forever for me to see your comments. What else do I have? Anything else? Something here. I'll have to look through my cards and see if I can find something. Can't tell if anybody's going to reply. Alright, I may decide on my own. Alright, so if I put him here, I kind of like it up in the air, I think. Sure. We're putting it up in the air. I don't know what he's doing up there. He's flying around. Yeah, he doesn't have wings, but yeah. I could try adding wings to him. Maybe. I could think about what a wing would look like. But we'll just say he's leaping. Because I don't know what a wing would look like. Alright, so he's leaping up in the air. Our bouncy little pig. And something of anything else. Nope. Not that one. You're so sweet. Oh. Piggy farm, beautiful day. Just a little heart. Don't think so. What about Bella's? Got anything? Sheep. Clothes. Horse. Sheep. Wheelbarrow. Tractor truck. Horsey. Probably not. Too big. No. I don't think so. Alright. I'm gonna find something but there. Couple more things. Let me look. I just want to fill that space with a little something. I just don't know what. Not that one. Is there anything in this one? Maybe not. Huh. Running out of options. might cut out one of those oinks. I don't think I want two on there. There's so much to dig through. Find everything. I thought I had one more cardstock thingy. Let's see. Maybe not. That might have been it. Chicken, pig. I have a pig one. Pig. Maybe? Let me see. I don't know for sure until I look at it. Too much. I don't know. Maybe? What do you think? Is it okay to fill in that space? What's that, maybe? Y'all let me know if anybody's on. Oh, sometimes y'all look like you're on, but you're not. I'm not getting any comments, so I'm guessing you're not. Okay. I'm just glancing one last time to see if there's anything else I could add. I just don't see anything that matches. Okay. So I also have this one that says Piggy. Might like it better than the big old pig. Like Piggy? I kind of like the Piggy better than the big old pig, I think. Going to do these two. They don't fill it in completely, but they fill it in enough. The pig was just a little, I think it was a little much. There. Don't think I can put it anywhere else. Did I glue this? Yep. This is going to catch. I knew it would. Always does. Let's see if I can get it glued down. It's the only problem about putting ribbon like that. It has to be completely flush. Really, string? It's stuck in my finger. Wood. Alright. Can't get it in there. There. Alright, good enough. Put this in that little container. Use it somewhere. Okay. I think we're done. All my pens back in. Take a look at what we've done. All right, so I don't think I need the heart. There's really not a lot of room, so that's fine. I don't think I need it here either. Nope, that's good. All right, so we got a piggy page like that. So we have a card for journaling, pocket, flying pig on sticker that's embossed kind of feeling. I'll show it to you. Have you seen that up close? I don't know. Let me show it to you real quick. It's real pretty. It's got like shine. And our flippy floppy fabric page. That's a hidden journaling spot. And so we have that. Grab the other ones. Get this out of the way. And we have our little charms that we did. Dingly charms. And we did our little recycled page. Technically, these are both got recycled items because that little journal writing spot was, there's nothing in here, right? I didn't do anything else, right? No, okay, just the charms. All right, the little brain, that was technically a recycled item from a magazine. So, there. That is what we did today. So we have our recycled packaging with a journaling card and a tag, our little homemade tree, some embroidery floss stitching for texture, and then we've got this page with its little flip-flop thing. All right, so fairly productive evening. All right, I will see you guys on next Wednesday, and we'll work some more on this. Till then, y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you for showing up for my live. And if you didn't catch it, you can catch it either here on Facebook for 30 days, or you can catch it over on YouTube on my Elisa's Art Room page on YouTube. Okay? Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.